Welcome to NextGen Schooling Year 7 Mathematics. This is Part 2. Today's lesson is Describing Rules in Words. Suppose the sequence is 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. The first term is 1. The sequence increases by 4 each time. So the rule is start at 1 and add 4 each time. That is a strong verbal rule. Now consider 24, 21, 18, 15, 12. The first term is 24. The sequence decreases by 3 each time. So the rule is start at 24 and subtract 3 each time. Good mathematical language makes the structure visible. It does not hide the structure behind fuzzy phrases. There is a quiet discipline in this. In mathematics, we do not try to sound clever by being vague. We make our meaning clear enough to be checked. We strengthen it until it can be explained properly. Now let us go a little deeper. Look at this sequence. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. One rule is start at 5 and add 5 each time. But there is another way to describe it. Each term is 5 times its position number. Why does that work? The first term is 5 times 1 equals 5. The second term is 5 times 2 equals 10. The third term is 5 times 3 equals 15. The fourth term is 5 times 4 equals 20. This is a very important bridge into algebra. We are beginning to connect the value of a term to its position in the sequence. Now look at the sequence. 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. A simple rule is start at 4 and add 3 each time. But if we think in terms of position, we begin to notice something else. The pattern is close to 3 times the position, but not exactly. There is something extra happening. That something extra will become very important in the next lesson when we turn rules into algebraic expressions. For today, it is enough to notice that verbal rules help us move from just seeing a pattern to understanding how it is built. Some students want to rush straight into algebraic symbols, but strong algebra begins with strong verbal understanding. If a student cannot explain a rule in words, then writing letters and symbols may only hide confusion. Words help us see whether the thinking is clear. For example, if a student says, "I think it is something with 4, that is not enough. But if the student says, start at 2 and add 4 each time, the structure has become visible. Put your device away for a moment and picture a row of stepping stones across a stream. If the stones are placed by a clear rule, you can predict where the next one will be. A verbal rule is like saying how the stepping stones were placed. It tells the structure of the path. Clear mathematical language builds clear mathematical thinking. A weak explanation covers confusion. A strong explanation reveals structure. This matters in school, but it also matters more deeply. It trains students to say what is true with precision. A good verbal rule should describe the pattern clearly enough that another student could rebuild the sequence from your words alone. Strong rules usually include both the starting point and the repeated change. In mathematics, clarity is a form of honesty. Today we learned how to describe sequence rules clearly in words, using both the starting point and the repeated change. In the next lesson, we will go further and turn these verbal rules into algebraic expressions so that the pattern can be written in a short mathematical form.